Hello everyone, my name is Elaine Hasty and I'm part of the Analytical Applications team here at CEM. We are talking about wear and tear on our Easy vessels and we're looking at different parts. We want to talk about the composite sleeve right now. The composite sleeve is a very, very integral part of this vessel. It's really what makes this vessel work. Actually, this composite sleeve, CEM came up with its design probably early 90s. And this material we have used in every vessel design since then. It's a wonderful material. It's very, very strong. It's lightweight. It's proprietary. We make it here. And it's a very, very important part of the EasyPrep vessel. But it does age. And if the sleeve goes bad or changes shape, however, whatever condition the sleeve is in directly affects the rest of this vessel. So I want to spend a little bit of time explaining what to look for. It's not always easy to spot wear and tear and aging. It's a subjective thing. It's a judgment call sometimes in terms of when do I replace things. But often you don't realize how bad your parts are until one fails. Or if you get new parts and you hold your new parts up to the old parts and like, well, dang, that's not even the same color or the same shape at all. But you didn't realize it because all your parts, old parts, have aged the same way. That's a good gauge factor, especially for the support sleeves. But for any other part of the vessel really is to gauge an older part with a new part. And how do they look, what shape, size, length, whatever. And that's how you can really tell when a part has really gotten bad. So let's talk about the aging process of our sleeves. When the sleeves are manufactured, they're a very nice golden brown color. And the diameter of the sleeve is very, very tight. And you get a nice firm fit between the liner and the sleeve. So you get really, really good support. After you've used the liner a few times, when you torque it with that torque wrench, you're putting a lot of downward force. You're putting torquing it with 7 foot-pounds of torque. So you're basically crushing the sleeve every time you assemble the vessel. And then you add heat and pressure to that during the digestion process. So it takes a beating over time. But what happens as you continue to heat this material over and over and over again, you lose that nice golden brown color and it begins to lighten. So you can see a little bit of difference in the color between a brand new sleeve and one that has been used. Now this one is okay. I pulled this right out of our bin and this is one of the sleeves that we use. So you can see the color is a little bit different. The diameter of the sleeve and the diameter of the different layers on here is not too bad. It hasn't changed all that much, but it's starting to wear. And I don't know if you can see the difference, but there's also a difference in the height. Again, we're crushing the sleeve every single time that we torque the vessel. So it's beginning to get a little bit shorter, sort of like us. When we age, we get shorter and shorter. So do our sleeves. Now we get to this guy right here. And I hope you can see the difference between, especially this golden brown one and this sleeve here on the end. This one is almost white. And that's what you're going to see as these sleeves age more and more and more. And when you see them getting white like that, it's time to get rid of them. But probably the most notable feature about this particular sleeve is the layers, the wrap on it. Can you see how they have spread out, especially compared to the new one here, how different those layers are? So not only are you crushing it, and again, if you line them up, you can see that this one is much shorter than our brand new one. And eventually, this material is like an old pair of blue jeans. You're going to rip the knee out of it sooner or later if you don't quit wearing it. So when they get to this point, when they're super, super white, and you see a lot of separation in the layers, it's time to replace that sleeve. If all your sleeves look like that, you think you're happy and everything's great, until you get a new part. And it's like, wow, that's not even the same color, the same diameter. I've seen sleeves stretch so that they're physically not even the same diameter as a brand new one. The brand new ones are nice and tight. So again, that's a good thing to have. Just keep a spare new part back, whether it's your sleeve, your liner, your cover, whatever. That's a good way to gauge how bad your parts are. So again, it's a very, very important part of the vessel because it provides structural integrity to your Teflon. Whatever shape or condition your sleeve is in, that's what condition your liners are going to be. So if you let your sleeves go too far, not only are you going to replace sleeves, but you're going to replace Teflon liners and covers as well. So do pay attention to your parts, and they will give you a nice long lifetime.